Hello everybody, how's everyday? Ame Gakita this. Alright, for today then topic, let's just talk about something along the line of Yami Baito. I know guys will be like looking at the topic like one of the dark side of Japan that is kind of like being on the news lately. But the one thing is that I know you guys looking at the thumbnail next, the picture or whatever that is next to me, and it's going along the line of like a video game. I know you guys are looking at that, but I can assure you, although this might seemingly not related to Yami Baito, it's actually an Yami Baito. So, what is Yami Baito? Well, actually, more towards it's more towards a shorter form of Yami Arubaito. And anyone who know Arubaito is actually a German term of part time, and Japan actually use that Arubaito as their part time. They don't use the word part time. They use Arubaito. So in Japan, they kind of like shorten it back again and became Baito. So if you go to Japan, they ask you like Baito yaritai, they will ask you like, do you want to do part time? So what does the Yami come from? Well, Yami is actually anyone who knows Japan will definitely know that Yami means dark or darkness or anything that is related to any that is in the black market. So when you put Yami Baito and the Yami and the Baito together and call Yami Baito, yeah, that's basically calling working at the black market. Is it a good thing? Oh hell no. So the one thing is that this is actually a true case where there is a industrial or a market where people are actually doing part-time doing illegal stuff. It's basically doing the FSS. Fraudulent, stealing, and scamming. So there is quite a few things that you guys have to understand, that there is even a Japanese Wikipedia indicating Yami Baito. Yami Baito in a sense that they had kind of saying along the line like, oh, high pay, less work, which is the reason why that you can do this like basically illegal stuff, and it can be like actually kind of like saying like list out what is in the whole Baito list, which basically including like selling of drugs, burglary or murder. I mean like apparently like just stealing from pachinko no uchiko basically mean along the line just playing at a pachinko, but they are not like, oh, we are paying you to play at the pachinko is a very good thing. You are just paying to play. It involved a little bit of it actually got along the line of money laundering, which I can't comment too much on that because it's involved money and it's really very sensitive, because you think that people telling you to go to the pachinko to play and they're paying for you, and that whatever you win you keep some of the money, but you also have to pay out some of the money. So it's like, yeah, that basically money laundering. And scamming, just basically scamming that involve calling and involve all the transferring of bank account, and sometimes they will ask you to open up a bank account using your name, again money laundering. And Teai Ken Saito no Sakura. So basically, in case anyone want to know, Sakura in Japan, although we know a lot of people will be saying, oh, the Sakura tree, the cherry blossom. The thing is, right, what you guys have to understand that Sakura in the so-called bad alley terms is actually mean towards the line of pay dating. I talked about this recently in how a scammer teaching others, selling scammer menu and defrauding others. And the thing what you guys have to understand is that Sakura in Japan is not just pay dating, it's more towards that they are using dating apps that is supposed to let people to go out, like match out, and then think of getting a girlfriend or boyfriend and be happy. But prostitute or Sakura or catfishing or catfisher just use the dating app to trick men into going out on a date with them, or going on a pay date with them, or even going to the point of selling like doing prostitute through dating app. And in Japan, it's technically all of those are illegal, but because they do it in a way that they don't get caught, so yeah. I will talk about that in future video on one of the dark side of Japan. I my experience on that. Although I kind of like saw it myself, but it really was very, very dark. And well, you guys have to understand that it's also part of Yami Baito, and that in this today case, we are going to talk about how the Yami Baito come from. In Japan layman term, they say that people who use or being invited using Twitter or now is known as X, Instagram or any other social network, and they put out a poster to trick people or to hire people for the Yami Baito. And the Yami Baito, like I mentioned, the list of what I mentioned earlier, including fraudulent, stealing, or doing illegal stuff basically. And it's basically hiring people, and the question would be lying on that part on hiring of people. Because the thing what you guys have to understand that Yami Baito is post on Twitter, yes, but what you guys have to understand that most of the people got like who got in like got caught or got arrested or whatsoever, the reason why is like a girl that is as young as 27 years old who couldn't get a job properly and just got attracted by a Yami Baito or black market part-time job apps on X or any other platform, and they just start earning a lot of money. And based on the report, apparently that the damage incurred have been a total of up to 37 billion yen. That is like a lot of money that is out of Japan people. So the question will actually, like, this is not just the first case. Yami Baito actually got media attraction in Japan based on one case. Basically, there was actually a case where a man was arrested for robbing the watch shop, claim that he applied for a job. That he actually happened when a 26 young man who actually go and rob a watch store. Because he said that he applied for a job and the job told him to go and steal from this store, so he go and did it. But this case actually get blown out of the whole situation. The Yami Baito situation was when a whole group of three, basically three men. You guys have to understand, three men to me is a group already. They actually steal in broad daylight in Chiba Prefecture, saying like they just basically out of nowhere, three men just out of nowhere go up to a place near to Harajuku station, which is basically in Tokyo, but I don't know. They say that the police, when they catch it, is basically, I think, is from Chiba area. So they, based on the report, I'm gonna assume that three men dressed in black and wearing a helmet and entered the store, point a knife at the employee, and they just grab whatever accessory or jewelry they can get and worth up to 35 million yen, and they take the money as well, apparently, based on here, and they just go. Well, the thing is, right, when they were all arrested, they say that it was based off, again, Yami Baito side. So again, today we are gonna talk about Yami Baito, and what you guys have to understand is that in Japan, Yami Baito it's actually been in the hiding for at least nearing to 2-3 years already. It might be longer, it might be shorter, but the thing is, what you guys have to understand that Yami Baito is actually more towards the based on what police report, is that there is very, very likely to be created by either the Yakuza or Kingpin based off overseas. And the funny thing is, right, it can also be like, when I say overseas, right, it's basically not like overseas the Black Society or the mafia or whatever. From what I was told, like in like the article that I read before, like there is like even if you write Yami Baito in Google, they will still give you quite a lot of things like even the police is trying to stop people from doing. They believe that the reason why the Yami Baito have been unable to trace most likely is because apparently the criminal organization is based off overseas. Some believe in Philippines, some believe in other countries, so it's very hard to know who they are. But if I disappear out of nowhere, you guys will definitely know yeah, maybe somewhere I live. So the thing is, what you guys should have to understand is that basically what Yami Baito is, they put up an app on Twitter or X or social network, and again, like I mentioned, they tell people that it's a high income, you do this, we pay you a lot. So again, like based off the list, like selling drugs, we already know how drug can be a huge thing. Robbery, yeah, you're just basically taking people from other money. Fraudulent scamming, yeah, definitely all this is just, you can understand that, yeah, maybe we can see why why people who be attracted to that, because they get a lot of money. And in this world, I know I'm not supposed to be defending the people doing it, but you have but what actually got me shocked when I was reading most of the article, right, like people were arrested, they thought that they can drink expensive or whatever. It's like because the money earned him up to nearly 10 million in just a few 10 million yen in just a few months. And quite a few people got kind of apparent that they were actually trained to make 100 to people, and that if they don't do so, they may be apparently get taken out. So I mean, like, only dead, they said, I believe they said a dead man tell no tale. So yeah, not a very good sign when Yami Baito is already very dark. So once you step into darkness, you can never get out, apparently. But what you guys have to understand is that Yami Baito, most of the victims, I'm not saying that they are correct, but the thing is that you have to understand that based off report, there are some people who are very desperate for money. Either they have been conned before, or they are really in the financial difficulties that cause them to step into that line. Like even for me who don't have any money right now, even for me who want to just get some money, get and at least work on get a good working computer and do more stream or play more games or do more recording. Yeah, I mean, like, a normal people would say go and do a job. And the thing is, right, in this case, those people who do it are literally doing a job. They are doing a baito. It's just that the baito pay them more than any other normal job in Japan. And I know people is like, go and do a normal job, but when you tell a person that go and get a job, for some reason it kind of like include Yami Baito, and yeah, that's when things went south for most people. Whether is it a good thing or a bad thing, it depends on how you look at it. But it has been in the market for quite a while, the so-called the black market. And do I come across such a thing before? Well, I can't tell you guys whether do I step into the black market of the apps before, but what I can tell you is that I have seen some of the fraudulent and the scam before and encountered it myself. So what are some of the examples that I come across? One of the examples I come across was the ole ole ta. The ole ole ta is basically people who called a number and they tell them that ole ta, which means translate as it's me. Not from Five Nights at Freddy, it's me, but basically it's trying to trick the person on the like people on the other side of the call that someone close to you have been kidnapped and that they want you to transfer money to them if they want their loved one to be free. I got twice, actually. I got twice. One was apparently my daughter, one was apparently my son, but I'm an old single virgin old man. I had never have a children in my life. Well, people who call themselves my daughter, or when I call myself my papa, yeah, I'm pretty sure they are mostly not in Japan. So I was like, I played along with one of them, and I call the other one "Watashi tokusing desu," which means that I'm single. How the hell I got children? So yeah, it actually kind of backfired from in a very funny way. So yeah, I was the first one kind of like say I was single. So the second time I just played along and troll a little bit. But yeah, both got reported, but it wasn't a very funny experience. I mean, like, it's nice to talk about it, but when you think of the other side of, like, people are doing it as to scam other people, yeah, it can be a very, very scary thing. And the other one I mentioned along the line is like the Sakura, which basically pay dating. I went to Japan. Yeah, I mean, like, who wouldn't want to date a Japanese girl? So yeah, I do use a Japanese dating app before I became a VTuber, and there was once I got catfish. But that was in a very funny way, and I really seriously just ran out, so I was safe. The second one was actually the one that actually got me into a kind of a little bit trouble when I realized how bad it was. It's more towards people trying to trick you out of your money, thinking using like your sympathy or kindness to think that, oh, they need money more and whatever. It's like you can just feel that it's a scam, and you just stop all call, block the call, whatsoever, and you just get away. And I think the person on the other side just realized that I realized the scam. So what you guys have to understand that all these things is considered under Yami Baito, and people actually do use like false email or false telephone number on sometimes some people are so stupid to the point that they use their own real one. But the reason why I say is very very dark is that what you have to understand is that for the Sakura, there was a huge red flag when the person who sent me an email and the person is using like, imagine like the email is called Mickey Mouse Donald Duck at 1998. I'm like, yeah, maybe the person will love Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck a lot, but when you meet the person and they say and the person just don't look like the picture in the picture and just say that don't mind giving me 20,000 yen. Yeah, oh hell no, just run away. So yeah, and no, the thing is, right, it's actually getting like in the past they do everything in the back alley, and I have seen quite a few of them in Japan myself, because when I say I live near to the city, doesn't mean that there is no one who's doing that in the back alley. You just go walk through the back alley, you can find quite a few of them. Post club, the one I recent cover, right, is some of them are also considered into that. So it's taking with a pin also how much of them is true, how much of them is generate. But most of them from the news covering out on the article, you have to understand that there is such scam shop in Japan, so you have to be very careful when you visit Japan. The one thing is that Yami Baito is really getting so crazy to the point that not only is it hard for the Japan police to catch on those, it's more towards the part that because most of the case is online, it's very hard to find them. But until when the recent case where people a group of 3 people go and do robbery in broad daylight. They're not doing it like in the middle of the night or whatever. They did it in the broad daylight. It happened when I was still in Japan, and when I saw the case, I was like scratching my head. I was like, seriously, you still and you do a robbery in the broad daylight? Yeah. And the funny thing is that police and just put out the statement say that they all admit to doing Yami Baito. And that is when Yami Baito just became a thing to the point that it actually earned a Wikipedia. And if you go to Japan, people say like you want to do a Baito, make sure that when you do a chat, or even if you're living in Japan, make sure that the Baito they are doing it is not Yami Baito. If it's give you a high payment, which I have seen quite a few of them myself, if they offer you high salary for less working hour, yeah, I'm not saying like all of them are fake. There may be just one or two that is genuine people willing to pay people for that amount of money. But when you have such a situation happening, is you have to take it with a huge pinch of salt. Though it's not just a little pinch, but maybe just take a huge bottle of kosher salt and just throw it at the computer, and then let your computer die or whatsoever, and then you don't able to use it. But it can also happen in mobile. I mean, like, I never come across such app. But I do come across quite a lot of scamming apps, so I can't really give my take on Yami Baito that much. But Yami Baito has already been an issue in like a thorn in the Japan police, and although I never mentioned when I say young man, what you guys have to understand that Yami Baito is open up to for anyone. There is no age restriction. It's one of the scariest part, which I know I'm supposed to be talking this way earlier, but you have to understand that when there's no age restriction, it means that even young children or old man or old lady can do it. And that is the most scary part. Because what you have to understand is that people can just scan and you won't know who they are. And for young children or young adult, it just basically means that once they get arrested or once they get in, their future is just sealed in some way, somehow, somewhat, until like until when one of the article that I read just recently, that when this person see how ugly things she can how things can get, and when she was eventually arrested, she said, "I thought I would finally be set free," which means that she is saying like she is no longer part of the organization and that she is out of it. Not sure how she think about that. I mean, like, crime organization in this world doesn't die out that easily from how I look at it. But it just proves how dark Yami Baito is, which is the reason why it's called Yami Baito. It's very dangerous, so if you guys do come across such thing, ignore it, report the case as scam or something along the line of criminal, and let it be, because in Japan it's really a serious crime, and that even Japan people or the Japan police, to be exact, are trying their best to shut it down. But shutting down would basically mean that the only way would be shutting down social network and stopping people from using it. But when network is a thing and people can create a whole website just for the sake of it, or even the dark web, yeah, I don't think that's... I just don't think that Yami Baito gonna be disappearing anytime soon. So yeah, if you guys do come across this, just avoid it. But anyway, tell me what you guys think about the whole video, about Yami Baito, how you guys think about it, and write in the comment below and let me know how you guys feel about it. If you do like this kind of this kind of topic, press the like button and let me know. Maybe I might cover more into it. But if not, I might disappear one day. But don't forget to press the subscribe button if you do like to listen to random topic where I never follow a single trend. And my voice is getting cracked. Oh well, anyway, have a good day or night. Bye.